Boingo, boingo, brothers.
Oh, good God.
Oh, you bastard. Hello.
Welcome to Weir of Adynn, session 71, question mark? I forget every week.
It is.
Yay! I got it right.
I mean, season 3, episode 2.
Oh, God. We're going to get straight back into it, but I need a recap first. Who would like to give us a recap for last session? That's a no from Jack. Seems like Selena is busy and Aaron is not here yet, so...
Well. Good thing I'm making my notes, darling. This is a lot of notes.
Try and be succinct. Let's see if we can...
Okay, right.
No, we need the last session, word for word, this whole session, just...
Number one. So, we start.
15.
We are traveling to the little uni thing. That's what I'm going to call it.
Citadel.
The Citadel. The uni part. The Citadel. Citadel, right. So we get to a hotel and we just go out and into the courtyard to look around us and see what the ring looks like. And there's a giant wall essentially around this ring that protects people from falling off, which is great. And we find out the ring is about 50 miles across. And there seems to be gaps in the walls and things like that. And we can see parts of the Citadel overhanging into the edge of space. Woo! So all of our food and accommodation has been prepaid. And we have a chat with Chorus, who tells us that there are 56 choruses providing services for the general, such as shepherding people, cleaning, their guards, scavenging, and some are hands of the general. There's only one left that is a hand of the general. And they can live between 50 to 100 years. And the one we are currently talking to is 12 years old, which is really weird because he looks like a grown-ass man. So we talk about what a chorus is, essentially. And they're not really born. They're kind of like suspended in animation. It's creepy. It's really creepy. Anyway, so Dracera goes back to her room and she sees invisibility and... stop. The paper round. Okay. Goddamn. So Sarah finds the scrying orb, and she goes to Stella's room and then walks back to her room again and then walks to Stella's room and finds out that the scrying orb is actually hovering over Thumb, who is now wearing the necklace of non-detection, I believe. So they might potentially know that Thumb has the soul of a big bad angel inside of him, and that's a problem. So Karik looks into the sky and sees another planet in space. We're not alone. So we get back into our carriage, and the pack members are these guys in armor. You can't really see them. They don't really talk. He's been sitting there all night. Like, these bitches don't need to sleep. Like, what the hell is that? Anyway, so Karik shows Estella this picture of the planet that he drew last night, and it's called Valia. And Estella knows all about the planets, and this is basically the episode where Estella goes full tisming, and it's beautiful, honestly. So it might be, Valia might be the place where all of the Titans are made of, well, all the Titans are made of pure magic, and they think that they came from Valia. But we don't know. And there's also a moon called Chalvis,
yes.
Cavis.
Calvis, you're right. You close.
I got that fucking wrong, didn't I?
No, you got it right.
Calvis. Morley. I took Spanish.
So the ring is referred to as Morleave. You've got the moon, which is Chalvis. You have Valia, and you have the split up hollow planet Draw.
Nice. Yeah, I have them written down, but I should really write a translation. So we ask if we can use the observatory equipment at the Citadel to study these planets further, because it will. I'll get to it. It's fucking great. And we find out that our chorus is chorus number 39, which is nice to know. So we make it to the edge of campus, and everything looks amazing. It's beautiful. There's absolutely nothing wrong. And we see this water just cascading off the edge. And there's a picture of Aaron's just like...
toddler posing
on his bed in his shorts.
I threw up.
So yeah, he tells us that the water is magically created, and we find out that the plants are also just illusions. So all of the beautiful stuff we're seeing is really just magic and illusions, which makes Drosera feel uncomfortable, and Stella comforts them. We get to the library, and Drosera asks about the policy on, life here that's not humanoid. Like, what about the birds and shit? And of course it's like, pests. It's like, fuck you. And also there is a little bit of social conflict between the people who live on the ring and the people who live on Sif. Because people on the ring literally and figuratively look down on them. But Chorus doesn't want to speak anymore because he could get in trouble. So he takes us to the lecture hall where Heliodor did some of his stuff. And then he takes us to this beautiful observatory. It is like a platform with giant rings all the way around it that will basically flip us upside down to be able to see all of the planets in the night sky. So Estella is having tism again. Karika is like, oh, the world's so big! And Estella explains like a multiverse theory, and we're like, oh, what? I don't get it. At one point, Drosera feels the weight of the astral sea pulling on her, and she just about pulls it back due to that inspiration dice. And Drosera then checks the sky to find a flickering light, and it is Draw, with the broken parts of the planet going around it. And then Heliodor enlarges the telescope to look at Draw even closer, and they find that Draw has green patches on it. Is this plant life? Is it real? Life on other planets? We've already discovered it. Fuck you. Some points at Kariku is having an existential crisis. Very important point. So then we return to the residential area, and a pack member recognizes Heliodor. But Stella notices that it felt like the pack member wasn't looking at Heliodor, it was someone else. We get back to our rooms, and that's where Heliodor finds a letter from Genka. So Heliodor is friends with a vampire called Genka, who is also potentially responsible for the attack that happened on his city. And Heliodor wants to find that fucker and get him. But then we tell Chorus about it, and Chorus is like, we can't have people breaking into your rooms. That's bad. And Drosera goes, yeah, he must have broken in, which apparently they didn't want to tell him. Drosera's like, yeah, he can't have flown in. That's silly. So then we go full conspiracy theorist and write the plot for the DM about the theory that the general who runs everything here may have either an artifact or a key that allows him to take control of people and create these masterful illusions. And we discover that the key is probably on the ring somewhere, which apparently it wasn't originally. And yeah, then I started doing, does the general have the key? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Titan of Envoy. And then we drag Karik to the library to find out more.
Your notepad must look like the mad scrawlings.
I mean, yeah, this is sort of the ending part where I'm just like scribbling.
Just like, oh god. Okay, so we flip back to the party has now walked out of the accommodations. You are heading off to the library. You were previously informed that the library is open for 24 hours, so you're welcome to it. While during your stay, you're simply not allowed to take any of the books out. You can only sit and read them while you are in there. But it is available to you. As you step out of your accommodations, you do notice that there are more pack members around. It seems like they have tightened security around the residential.
Did you say Titan? Titan of Envoy?
Tinfoil hats are coming back on already.
We established last time it's not tinfoil hats, they're tinfoil mummies.
Are you
Yes.
making your way directly to the library?
Making our way downtown.
All the way downtown. Heliodor's not Heliodor. Karik is carrying a pillow because he intends to sleep. Because good God, it's late, and you just dragged this silly guy out of bed.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I said last session was the fact that when they pulled him out of bed, he looks groggy, but it's more the fact that it's not because he was sleeping, it's because, you know, when you're just tired, but your head's racing too much to sleep, so you're just lying there, facing the wall, just eyes stinging with tires. Like, that's what he's like right now.
So, you are not stopped as you walk into the library. But as you walk in, you just see this long stretch. It's just books upon books upon books, candle lit, and generally very, very kind of quiet and peaceful.
Ooh.
There's a couple of students who are sat at the tables that seem to be neck deep in either work or
They're
kind of
also
whispering to
pieces
each
of
other.
paper.
That's because I don't have tokens for them. Nice. And at the end of the hall, you see this giant sort of orb of energy and papers that are flitting around it, quite slowly, sort of in a rotational sort of spiral, trailing off towards the ceiling. You were informed that this is where letters are sent from the ring. It seems like that's probably it. There are a handful of pack members sort of dotted around. You see on the sort of top platform of one of these books, a chorus is kind of poking through a couple of the books and having a look at a few titles, sort of pulling them out and having a look at the covers. But the floor is yours. What would you like to do?
Game is paused.
Is that the same chorus or a different chorus?
You don't know.
What are you looking for again?
They all look exactly the same.
What number are you?
Give me your number. Me at the bar.
No! There's no Patrick!
Woman. Oh, I'm sweating.
We're looking for like info on Havelos, isn't it?
I'm trying to get some information on Valos stuff. Okie dokie. Roll me an investigation check.
What was that word you just used again?
Havalos.
Havalos.
I said Havelos.
It's close. It's the same word. You can pronounce it different ways.
Investigation.
Yes, please. Okay. So you sort of take a few steps down and start kind of beginning to browse the books along this long stretch. It seems like most of them are in alphabetical order. You can see sort of little signs sticking out of certain areas, one of which says Elven, one says Dwarvish. They seem to be sort of categorized along this stretch. There is one that says Sylvan. They have like different labels, obviously for different translations. It's likely that they have a variety of people who live here on the ring who speak different languages. Selren might not be their first language, and they have made appropriate accommodations for such things. You begin to kind of start making your way through and having a look around. You find a couple of different books. So you find one called Her Halo, The Ring in layman's terms. You find one called The Creation of Yelipso. And you find one called Gods and Their Champions, Where Are They Now?
Go with the second one.
So The Creation of Yelipso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will send that to you so you can have a read. There you go.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else looking for other books?
Yes.
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 Fuck it. Before Kareed goes back to sleep at a table, we'll have a wee look around.
Both of you roll me investigation checks.
I want to find some books.
It's probably great if I brought up my character thing, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, baby! That's not gonna be me.
It's a nice flat 19
okay.
and a 13.
Okay. It's okay.
Is there anything you're looking for particularly?
I'm looking at history, either of the creation, well, history of culture on the ring, or the Sistel itself.
Okay. So there is you're kind of not too far behind Estella. You find the book Her Halo, which is likely about the ring. There doesn't seem to be many other sort of historical things about the ring. There is a book that says Dragons and Worms, a comprehensive guide to chromatic dragons. Considering there are dragons on the ring, that might have some information in it as well. You find a book called Red and Gold, Vampire Culture.
I think, I mean, if Heliodor's here with us, can he roll investigation as well?
I will roll for him.
I'm going to take Her Halo.
So what entire subjects is it we're looking for again?
Damn, Heliodor.
Goddamn. Well, Estella's researching Havalos. The Havalos. Ooh.
What was Valos again? Exactly. I'm stupid.
That's why you're researching it.
No, I mean,
You know
where
it's
did
something.
come up as well,
You
then?
know it's something to do with the gods.
Right, okay.
Isn't that... Is it the same word that was used as, like, what the general is or supposed to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've heard him, like, people mention that is something to do with him a few times. Is there anything you're asking Heliodor specifically to find?
I mean, he already knows stuff about vampire culture, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to take a look at them anyway.
Okay.
Like, all of these books are options. If you just go, actually, I just want to have a peek, I will make them available to you.
Okay.
Karik, are you looking for something specific?
Can Karik look for stuff on the Titans and artifacts of the Titans?
The closest you find, you kind of go, you take a few steps down and realise, oh, this is all in Sauron. And I assume it would probably be Estella points out the Sylvan sort of section to you. It's like, have a look. You make your way down and start kind of poking through. It's all written in standard Sylvan, which you can read pretty solidly. You find one that's called Blood and Fire, the Wars of the First Era.
Is that the only one he finds?
I would say I'll read out all of the books you have available to you. So you have Blood and Fire, you have Dragons and Worms, you have Gods and Their Champions, you have The Ring in layman's terms, Red and Gold, Vampire Culture, The Creation of Eulypso, The Unseen, A World of Fae, and The Ways of the Weave.
Can Karik take two books? He wants to take one on the Wars of the First Era
Yep.
and the Gods and their Champions now.
He reads them both at the same time.
Create, observe.
He takes 6 of the books and he just like...
What happened to go to sleep, Karik? No.
No. Everyone just comes along. They think he's like deep in reading, but he's actually just falling asleep with his arms up, and he's just.
I've sent both of those books to you. If you want to have a look at the books that I've made available to you, you can open your little journal section, and they should be in there. So if you do close it, you can reopen it. Heliodor is moseying through some of the book options and kind of frowns and pulls out a paper. It looks like it's been tucked between a few of the books, and he's holding it and kind of flicking through it and kind of pulling a bit of a face. And he holds it up to you, Dracera, as you're kind of stood next to him, and it says, "A student's observation, the truth is out there."
Is that all it says on it?
Yes, that's all it says on the front of it.
But not the back.
Well, it's like a student paper. It looks like a student paper's been tucked between the books.
Heliodor, I think you should keep that in the book as you're reading it, as if you.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't in a book. It was between, and he kind of holds it out to you. Would you like to have a look at it?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
There you go.
Ooh.
If anyone wants to read out anything to each other, you are perfectly welcome to.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to keep this to yourself. If you want to share something with someone else, I will make that book then available with the other players, so you can share your information. I have a feeling there's going to be a short period of silence whilst people are reading.
Do you want me to just read this out, or?
I mean, you can. I'll
like.
probably do the same because
Yeah.
me reading.
The end. The in-between.
I've been reading, but because of my stupid reading ability, I've been reading the same line over like 4 times.
Oh no.
So I'm like,
I read good. Okay. So it's called A Student's Observation, the truth is out there. If you were reading this, that means you found it. Good. It was written to be found.
Congrats.
My name is Edwin Amaris. It is Harvest Cases 6723, and I'm about to graduate from the Citadel of Magical Studies of the Fortuna. I wanted to pass on these notes because above knows that people are curious, but no one is willing to step out of line and get caught. Me though, never was, never will be. I've been monitoring the pack for as long as I've been on this damn hunk of rock. They're so fucking creepy. I'm honestly surprised no one else has said anything or done anything about it. Everyone acts like they aren't there, but they're everywhere. They're monitoring us. I'm pretty sure, but for who? The General? There's too many of them to have just one leader, and they're not just here, they are all over the ring. I saw one of them in the fucking shockworks on the other side of the Halo before. They're everywhere. Initially, I was like everyone else. I just left them to it. For a while, I thought it was kind of comforting to have them around, like security making sure we were safe. But they're a hive mind. They speak to each other telepathically, and if one sees you, then all of them see you. One of my friends got caught trying to smuggle Fate's hair from the alchemy lab back to his room once. But the pack caught him, and from then on, for weeks and weeks, they were on him like a hawk. And then I started to realise something really off-putting. They were all the same guy, just like the choruses, those servants that run around and clean up after people. They're creepy enough, but when they're twice the size and covered in plate armour, it goes from creepy to threatening. I figure they can't be choruses too. But who are they? Now hear me out, this is going to sound mad, but you made it this far. My theory is they are undead. Oh my god. My theory is that they are all undead and that they are made up of pieces of old chorus. And maybe other people. Expelled students, maybe.
Oh god.
But it can't just be that. There isn't an infinite supply, right? If they're undead, that means that the General is one hell of a necromancer. And necromancy isn't exactly smiled upon anywhere. If he could do shit like that, what else is he capable of? Maybe I'm just theorizing, sounding crazy. Bitch, you're talking to the right person. The pack of wolves or have an aspects of werewolves in them. I've seen them turn before, so they can't be exclusively chorus bits. But maybe that's what happens to the old ones, and why they don't age. Maybe the General is some sort of necromantic wolf lizard person.
Oh hell, lizard people!
Lizard people! It's puppeteering this whole affair. Maybe I'm losing my fucking mind because I've been working on this dissertation for 36 hours. That came from a moment of truth, didn't it? But you've got to at least consider it. The truth is out there. The page ends abruptly with a streak of ink as if the author fell asleep at the last leg.
Oh, same.
Or did they fall asleep?
Or did they die?
I will make that available to all of you. So if you want to have a reread, you are welcome to it.
He's just throwing this red herring in just to make sure that, like, because we're such conspiracy theorists, he's like, oh yeah, they'll fucking believe anything.
Oh, there.
Yeah. So you found a student's notes. They seem interestingly written. Tucked between the pages as if they were waiting for someone to read them.
Does everyone else have a look at this as well? Because I wouldn't probably read it out loud.
Yeah.
Likely,
Hey, guys!
if you want to pass it to each person to have a mooch, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
I can't read.
I can't read.
We'll translate it for you.
We have translated books.
Is there a translated version of this letter anyway?
Oh yeah, there's loads.
It's all written exactly the same. They all
Crackhead
skip out the
energy.
last part.
Edwin Amaris.
I can share the creation of Ellipso.
If you'd
Is
like
how you
to.
say it?
Yeah, Ellipso. So Ellipso is
Okay.
the solar system
Solar system.
that you're a part of.
That's why I pick it.
With your sun in the middle being Talos. This seems to be creation theory.
So, okay. First came the void, the empty expanse of nothingness before the world weaver, Sela, breathed life into the lungs of the universe. She mothered the birth of the Ellipso system, its sun star, Talos, and the four surrounding planetoids. The world weaver created time and matter for which all was born with Eteria, the mother of Arcana. Etrelia, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm trying. She brought forth the early stages of the weave of magic, of which the threads of the world were strong, but her world was not hers, and her loneliness and thus the divine order of the gods were born. She watched the universe created with pride, her deity and children with joy, but not all deities were dutiful. I've never seen that word before.
Beautiful.
Dutiful. Atreus of the lifeblood was a spiteful god, as was his brother Taylor of the Twilight. Assistant. Why should the other god look down upon us for our hard work? We have sweat and sweat as they, and have bled the same blood and cried the same tears. Yet we could make so much more better creations, and that rival even that of the world weaver herself. Everything we have made in the hands of someone else, we should use that power to create our own life, our own superior world. And so Atreus and Taylor breathed life into inhumans, for they were not skilled or powerful enough to create anything from nothing. They manipulated humans into more powerful and varied things, and loosened the grip of mortality on them, so they could live far longer than any human. Haha. The world weaver found out and became enraged, creating
Amalgamates.
Amalgamate, sorry.
It's okay.
Can you tell I have anxiety? Of magic and blood that we should never have come to be. The other gods were disgusted by them, shunned them, but kind as the world weaver was, gave them a choice. If you wish your beings to live in equilibrium amongst humanity, you forfeit the right to reside in how do you say it? Akis, realm of the above, with the rest of the deities, and will be banished from
To perdition. It's
to
okay.
perdition.
This is not easy text to read.
I'm trying. In Adynn, the below for the rest of time. Talo and Atreus loved their creation, so they abandoned. Can you spell that? Say that again.
Akis.
Akis, so that the humanoids could exist. In turn, they became more spiteful and bitter than ever, hating the divine order so much so that a terrible, vile anti-magic was created, warp. A magic so powerful it rivaled of the World Weaver herself, corrupting the two deities into twisted,
Malevolent.
sorry.
It's okay.
Malevolent. I'm sorry for saying sorry.
No, it's fine. It's alright.
Beings who concerned were to bring destruction to the world they could no longer reveal in, and to see an end to the divine order. They did everything they could to empower many races of inhumans they had made to change the course of life in the universe and prove that they could rival the creations of the holy beings. The World Reaver mourned she had lost 2 of her children to a terrible corrupt arcane force that even she could not revert. She cried and cried, her tears scattering across the known universe.
Huzzah.
Sorry.
Creation
Huzzah,
story.
sorry.
Don't it's
Yeah.
okay. It's alright, you don't need to
Yeah,
apologize.
you did good.
It's not an easy text to read. It is like
No, I just can't read.
no, just lots of complex words that are like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I've got one here that might be interesting for everyone, since
Okay.
everyone was asking a lot of questions about the general last session.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find
Gods and their
something useful?
champions. Gods and their champions, where are they now? Okay, so this is the Havalos one. It said that once in Era, a mortal child is born whose soul is pierced by the World Weaver's tears, melded with a connection to Etrelia. Oh, no, just shift to that.
Oops, sorry,
Thank you.
that was me.
Etrelia, the mother of Arcana. It said that the gifted mortal would have the ability to rival that of the deities, strength unknown to any of their kind, a saviour in times of great peril, or the cause of it. Known only as Havalos, a Vi of the divine, those born with such a fate are destined to ascendancy. Havalos are miracles of nature. They are chosen before birth out of random chance, or at least studies have shown it as such. They're still mortal, in a sense. They can be killed, but will age indefinitely as they are immortal. Their affinity for magic is powerful and unmatched, a powerful force upon the mortal plane at the whims of its host. There is only one Havalos per era. The first era's Havalos is unknown due to the reconstruction, but it is suspected that Grand General Azarach Vers Kalaman is likely to have been it. The second era Havalos is General Sylvanus Wolfbane, creator of the Syndicate and right hand to the Queen Felheim of the World War. So they've literally been chosen by the gods to have this kind of power, and it is unknown whether he will be a saviour or an asshole, and it seems like he's about to be an
Oh.
Well, the last one was an asshole.
In fact, wait, isn't technically...
The last one was the
Are we
world's
in-
biggest asshole who caused the reconstruction.
Are we in the second era right now?
You are, yes.
Right, so this is right. I don't know why I thought third era for some fucking reason. I was like, wait a second.
So you, as Arda, are part of an order of people who are looking for first era artifacts, because the world went effectively through a reset, and you are now in a new version of the world where all of this stuff got wiped clean. But certain items, such as the First Era artifacts, because of the material they were made of the bodies of the Titans. They were made of adamantine, which meant they survived the reconstruction. And that's why they happen to be here. Either that, or someone protected them in the safe bunkers that they have apparently scattered all over Sif.
Hee I found one.
Karif, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Alright, fine.
18.
Dang!
Good God. You're kind of scrubbing through this book, like, okay, is there any more information on that? And you notice a picture that looks somewhat familiar to you, and that same drop in your stomach you had earlier today happens again. A lot harder as you're looking at it. It is this image. If it's sending.
Do you send it in whispers or?
Player, a viewable handout, yes. It just didn't come up with the thing. Hold on. Image only. Yep, there you go. You see this image.
Ooh.
And the text above it reads, "The Spirebolt was an unnamed Elanian who vanished very suddenly in the night. Some say they wielded a bow made of starlight itself, known as Zoa's bow, a gift of his brother Asus, and could split the sky with his arrows. He was a master of the hunt, but often his duty would not be seen nor heard by the common folk, as he remained deep in the thralls of nature, managing the natural order." That silhouette looks an awful lot like you.
Okay.
He's just going to be staring at that for a while. I think he's going a catatonic for a bit, I think.
Oh no, he's gone again.
It seems that there is information on every god's champion in this book.
In fact, could you put in chat or something just the text you read out?
It's in the book you're looking at. It's in Gods and Their
Oh.
Champions. If you scroll
I'm
down.
looking at it now.
Spirit of the bug.
Oh,
killed
right,
it.
okay. The funny thing was, I was down looking at the hunt. I hadn't looked that far down. That's
some of
one
you-
scroll away from it.
As you scrub through this book, for some of you, this is the first time you've seen depictions of the gods. Like,
Yeah.
clear depictions.
Zor's bow, is that?
Yes.
Karik, do you think, maybe this bow is still out there?
Might be.
And this Spirebolt,
He's just staring at the fucking picture right now. Just
Hey, that looks like you.
Do you feel a little bit closer to the gods?
Perhaps.
Do you perhaps want to change religion?
You perhaps want to mind your fucking business?
Mind your fucking business.
Listen, us Arlenians, especially spiders, don't look quite similar, so fuck off! You have no
Life looks
proof.
different.
You have no proof.
Giselle is gonna turn to the page with Obrus's last champion, the
Okay.
Willow Blade.
The Willow Blade.
That's me. That's my name.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Dracera, roll me a history check.
I can do those.
No,
Kind of not. Might as well die. That's what I'm good for.
Okay. There's something familiar about the silhouette of the champion. You can't quite place what.
Kind of reminds me of is it your mother?
How, Estella's gonna take a look. Do they need to roll anything?
Yeah, if you'd like to roll me a history check as well.
My mum's
Okay.
not weird.
My mom's not
Mom's
weird,
not weird.
okay?
I like how he savaged everyone. Was just like, mum's weird. Woo! Yeah, we're on
Lingered
fire
on a
today,
20.
boys.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Again, there's that familiarity, but you can't place where from.
I mean, the hair looks similar. I wouldn't say it looks like her.
The
Gone
text
into
above it
hiding.
reads, "The Willowblade was a woman of the wilds, an elven kin with crafting skill and a powerful natural magics that she wielded to end the burning rains and the rise of Akuria Harlem, the pyromancer of the fire plane. Her whereabouts have not been seen in many years, and some say she's gone into hiding or even retirement from her hero days."
I haven't heard anything from her. Of this.
I mean, does this symbol look familiar to you? I mean, we saw her notes and
This-
things like that. Maybe.
Symbol, I don't think I know anything about it.
Hmm.
The information that's provided is new to you, Estella. This is...
Hmm?
You're not sure, but there is something nagging in the back of your brain.
Yeah.
Who?
Roll me a religion check, Estella.
Okay. I mean, I know that's my god, but
That's my god.
religion. Jesus, don't
Oh
fail
my
me.
God.
You failed me.
Oh, do you want my inspiration?
Mm,
Have
no.
my inspiration. Okay. This is so frustrating. It's like the DM's worst nightmare, where he writes all this stuff and does all this stuff, and then we roll twos. Like...
I rolled a 1. Fuck! I mean, that's clearly Obris. You've seen depictions of Obris before. Hell, you've seen her in your dreams. In this form, in this sort of motherly, nature spirit-esque form. But there's just something, but you can't figure it out.
I don't know.
Shrugs,
It's pretty.
trademark.
The description's a bit weird because my mum liked to craft stuff. I mean, she crafted my violin.
I think there's too many coincidences here. Too many coincidences.
Shrugs.
Mm.
Fuck you, man.
Hey, not my fault. You're fucking rolling terribly.
Oh, look, it's the computer's fault.
Yeah.
I've never made a mistake in my entire life.
Sure.
Do you want me to roll something? How wrong am I? Okay. Should we look at... It's Deltan, isn't it?
Deltan
Or
is the
Heliodor.
one for Heliodor.
Yeah.
So
The Apostle of Judgment.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna send that to all of you. The Apostle of Judgment was last known to be a human woman of whom worked with King Julianos to construct law and order on the world warp just after the Reconstruction. She was the voice of truth and honesty, of order and power. She was murdered by a group of assassins from the Wildlands, and another champion has not been chosen since.
Sorry, yes, when you said King Julianos, I was just like, King
Julian! King Julian! You look like King Julian! Puppies, King Julian!
I'm so
If you'd like to roll me... Ah! Good God.
You were
I'm
for
not-
King Julian! And
Oh,
she got
fuck's sake.
murdered!
If any of you would like to roll me a history check on that, you're welcome to.
Oh yeah, I'm really good at those.
Yeah,
Let's
clearly.
see if my rolls get better.
Even
Let's
from
say,
the side that he knows nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
yeah.
Let's see Karif roll a nat 20 and then get told, no, you don't know anything because you don't know anything.
Oh man.
Nope.
Yeah, you know
no.
shit all. Nothing springing to mind. That just sounds cool. She was assassinated. Shit. Dracera,
Okay.
you're not super familiar with royalty and the world warp, so you're pretty sure it's Queen Felheim. So you're like, King Julianos, that's new. Estella, you've read enough about the world to have an understanding about how the royal line has progressed, and King Julianos was a king long before Queen Felheim, so maybe great grandparent, or predecessor at the very least. You're not sure if they are related by blood. So that was a
Okay.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Good couple thousand years.
Okay. That's the great.
You don't know what race they were. If they were elven, then it could have been a long, a long reign. But you're not sure.
No.
What race is the queen?
You don't know.
Yeah, no one's mentioned that actually.
No.
Well,
Then
that's...
Can we ask around?
Are you gonna call for chorus?
Not yet.
Cool.
He can wait.
You can
I'm
wait.
excited. Okay.
I mean, there's
Interesting.
students around. We could ask them.
Hey, buddy, what race is
Elbow.
Hey, I'm new here.
Are you're trying to poke the students across
Yeah.
the table from you?
Mhm.
One of them looks up to you. They have humanoid features, quite pale skin, but a dark tail instead of legs curled underneath their chair. A naga.
Ah,
And they kind of look at you. What?
What race is the queen?
What kind of question is that?
A question?
She's an Eladrin?
Okay. Thank you.
He's looking at you as if you've offended him in some way.
We're new
She
here.
keeps on like putting a thumbs up at him, like, "It's okay, thanks. Go back to whatever you're doing now."
Yeah, okay. And he just starts like writing again on this piece of parchment.
These students are so weird.
You're weird.
They're the weird
You're
ones,
just
not me.
stressed out.
I think the term is asshole. Clay taught me that one.
How
God, I
quietly
miss
are you
him.
speaking?
I miss him. I miss Clay. And
It'd be nice having a fourth player here.
Yeah, wouldn't it? No, I'm not that mean.
he's gonna listen back on this. And that could have been his 13th fucking reason.
No!
Okay?
We love you,
Aaron,
Hugidor.
you're not here. Wish you were here.
I
Hope
plan
you're
on being
okay.
his fourth.
It's okay.
Hope
I
you're
don't
not drunk in a hole.
mind. Oh my god.
No, it's just that, you know, if I was going through something, would you be there for me? It's like, no. I hope
No.
you're having a horrible time.
That's so
Hope you can reach
mean.
out to me so I can ignore you.
Oh my god!
Eladrin. Okay, cool.
So
So,
she's the same race as the administrator.
administrator. How long do they live for?
quite a long time, maybe about 400 or 500 years.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Wait, are Eldrin shorter lived than High Elf then?
Yes.
I thought they were. I thought they lived to about the same age.
This is my homebrew, Jack.
This is my homebrew and I make the rules.
I make the rules.
Listen, motherfucker, I don't know what your homebrew and what's not. Shut your face. All I know is I live to 60.
To clarify. There you go. To clarify.
Okay. And Josera's gonna want to see Azus's last champion.
The Arcane Composer. So. The Arcane Composer was of dwarven birth, and a bard of great renown across Sith. She supposedly could sing to the earth and move it with her voice, able to string from the weave from the strings of her lyre, and acted as a diplomat for many civil disputes in a variety of cities.
Can
Why does this just sound like fucking Heliodor's great?
yeah? I was just gonna ask. I was gonna speak in Heliodor's voice, going like, "Oh, a dwarf!
Ooh, a dwarf!
Dwarf!" Can he do a history check for me?
I will roll a history check for you.
Thank you.
Does his grandmother carry a staff?
No, she has a great sword.
She has her fists.
Yeah, she throws herself off cliffs.
Oh god.
60.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
that's alright.
why is everyone smarter than me on all aspects?
Heliodor tells you.
Bro, I just see what.
Heliodor tells you that he's heard about the Arcane Composer. It's more of like a myth kind of thing that is thrown around. It's not like he's not related to them in any way. They were part of a family of crafters who she split off from after she had made her lyre and went to travel the world.
Oh,
Just
is she still
somewhat
alive?
unusual for a dwarf. He tells you no. This would have been years and years and years and years ago, long before Bismuth's reign.
Wow.
Which also implies that Asus has not had a champion for a long time either.
Hope I didn't disappoint you. Okay, there's a silver one. And we don't... That's the only other one, isn't it? It's just...
Some had a champion, and then the two sequestered gods did not have champions, or at least
It's because they suck.
as it is written, they do not have champions in this book.
Yep.
As it is written.
Well, as it is documented by people, so they might have, but people might not have known about it.
History is written by the victors. Okay.
The life of a true Scythian geezer.
Wake up and look at the ring.
Greece gonna lean over to Drusera and say, "And no, it says Tilo has no champion, but can we sure it's not that Rose Madness? They are heavily warped."
You could be right.
I mean, I don't know much about gods, but they do
Maybe.
seem quite powerful.
You could be right. I mean, he's associated with a different fae entirely. Which would be a lot of backstabbing in that case, but that wouldn't surprise me.
But
Is
then
he-
again, they're not the only one. They're not the only Druia to have turned away from their what their path is meant to be, is not.
Hmm.
Kind of hinting to the assistant at that point, like, yeah.
Panic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say anything
No,
anymore.
Drusera was technically present, but you weren't in session. So the assistant has told the party that she abandoned her domain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she told me that.
Yeah. Hi.
Meow! Meow!
No! Yeah.
I can't remember which Fae he was tied under again. It was the Static Man.
Svarli.
Svarli. Right. Okay. Back to research then.
Back to reading.
Woo! We sure are learning today, boys.
You're learning.
I love learning. It's my favorite soup.
I didn't ask for this.
So I've made all of the books that you have sort of seen in passing available to have a look at.
Yes.
So under your journals, under library books, they should have everything in there. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry. Let me
Is
know.
this the book I read? With Calaman in it.
It is indeed.
Yay! Webs. Oh gosh, there's a lot of. Oh,
Yeah.
there's
A lot of
salt dragons.
Salt
Oh
dragons.
my god.
Dragon.
Vampire culture. Oh my god. Oh
You
my
just thought-
god. He's got
Salt.
freaking flow maps and everything. God damn. Sheesh. Known clans and leaders. The Sixth Sense and color indication. Ooh, that is helpful. Oh, face shop is teal. I love that.
Cute.
Cute. Ways of the weave.
Sorry, but why is like the warp side effects just me in general?
Dissociation, audio and visual hallucinations, loss of sight or the development of cataracts, slurring / loss of speech,
This is what
violent
the liberals
outbursts.
want. This is what the liberals want.
Guys, I think I have something.
Keep your rifle by your side.
Svarli of the
Dang,
static.
there's a
He's a bit of a
diagram.
dick. Boo! Lazarus sucks.
Wow.
So are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? We have all the books.
You have all the books.
Yeah.
If there's other information that you want to find, please let me know, and I will have to tell you
Me.
verbally. What,
Me.
What are you looking
Me.
for?
Hi. I want to learn about whether there was always life on the ring, or whether people just came and like
The history of the ring.
started fucking it up.
I would say that would be included in the book about the ring, her halo. I just haven't written it down.
Fair.
But it states in the book that the ring was only populated in the second era.
Okay.
So in the first era, there was no way of getting there. Or at least the one person who may have been capable of getting there, aka the Havalos, never travelled there. The reason the ring is populated is likely because someone of that amount of power was able to get up there and develop a way to make it publicly accessible.
Isn't it mentioned somewhere that the general did make?
Yes, he
Yeah.
designed and created the Ethereal Pass, which allows you to travel between Sif and the ring. There's information on Sylve at the bottom of that book that states he is a man of a variety of talents. The general is a wolf-blooded with a flair for business. He's an incredibly powerful magical user and is the mind behind the Arcane University, the Fortuna, funded and endorsed by Queen Falheim of the World Warp on Sith. He's also the driving force between the military on Sellers Halo, colloquially referred to as the Pack, a unit of strictly trained werewolves that work to keep the peace amongst the ring's inhabitants and protect them from the outside natural sources, such as the significant wyvern and dragon population. He is an entrepreneur of new ideas, inventions, and magic-powered creations, the inventor behind the ethereal pass to make the ring accessible to the public, and not just a select few with the magic to travel such a distance. He is also known as the Havalos of the Second Era.
Hang on. I had an idea.
Here we go.
I'm gonna ping out. Hang on a bloody second. Hang on a bullet. Oh yeah, they're close enough. I am going to ping out a divine sense.
Okay. As you kind of close your eyes and there's this pulse of invisible sort of sense as you take in your surroundings, you get a ping from both the pack members that are stood near the steps, but it's not what you're expecting. It's not anything you felt before.
Could I do some sort of nature check? See if it's similar to anything.
Yeah, you can if you like.
Okay, that's really weird. I thought it was going to come up with undead, to be honest.
Oof.
I hate myself!
You
I
have
hate myself! The favourite number today is 2. I don't like it. Inspiration, fuck
Okay,
you.
go on.
Yeah.
Right, fuck you, fuck this game. I'm gonna lose it. I am gonna brown. I'm going to brown and then red.
no browning in my chat.
I'm going to brown so hard. There we go!
Oh,
There
that
we
was
go!
almost a fucking 3. I was about to brown next thing.
I'm gonna fucking lose it. Oh, sorry. I feel rage. Thank you.
So the closest you can sort of determine this to is, it's not as sinister as the angels. It's close. There's something celestial about them. And that is not a common thing on Sith or the Ring.
Just writing this all down.
Something spiritually divining about them.
Okay.
It's a weird feeling. It's not ominous. Although they look quite ominous in that they don't speak or eat or sleep. But they are these almost like constructs made of
People.
divine energy.
They're made of people.
They could be.
Divine people.
You don't know. Or perhaps it's something to do with the magic that made them part of the world.
Hmm. Did it ping on chorus as well?
Yes, it would have.
Uh-oh.
Always double check. Always double check. Just Sarah's got a white man smile.
What's that smile for?
I rolled a 1. Fuck.
Fuck.
She's gonna keep that information to herself for now. So not to shout out in the middle of a quiet library. They're celestial!
Maybe, who knows, maybe you should just write down on that note at the bottom of it, they're celestial. And then put it back.
On the student's notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna write. You find a quill on the table. It seems like there's like stationery kind of set up, and you scribble down on the bottom. That's celestial.
Gotta keep updated, baby. Okay.
But could Karif see if he can find another something?
Yeah.
He'd like to look up Asus and his family.
Family.
It's because that picture's got him thinking. The Spirebolt says
Oh, so
a gift from his brother, Asus.
Asus. Okay. Well, his family would have been the other gods.
That's the question. That's why he's wanting to look, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, you have all the information on the other gods. Is there something specific that you're trying to figure out?
He's more wondering about who the fuck was the Spirebolt, is more what he's wondering here. He's wanting to find information on them to the best of his ability.
That seems to be the only information you can find.
Or maybe looking up about artifacts of the gods. It says there, Ezor's bow.
Where did it go?
Yeah.
You
Where did it
recall,
come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
You recall
you
earlier that day, Estella pointed a constellation out to you called Zoa's bow.
He's
We're gonna go to the moon.
We're gonna look at
We're
Estella.
gonna
We're gonna look at Estella. Estella,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember that group of stars you pointed out?
The constellation.
What was it called again?
Zura's bow. It's like it shapes out to like the shape of a bow.
He looks at it and then looks down at the page. He's been reading like 5 times, 6 times so far, and then back up, just like. How the fuck do you get a bow that far out and that big?
Some say they wielded a bow made of starlight itself.
Karif, being an absolutely caveman, his only thought with that is to go outside, look at the constellation, and go, eh?
Grab it.
No sense of perception.
That's it. That would be
Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna go outside and do that?
If we go back out, when we go back outside, he'll do it, but he's not just gonna run outside
He just
right
walks
now.
outside, goes, eh, and then comes back
Yeah,
in and
but-
goes,
It's not even going to be
What?
facing up. It's going to be facing down. So he's going to be like looking down over the waterfall.
over the
going,
edge of the waterfall, trying to grab it.
God.
And the pack are gonna be looking at you like, huh?
It is tradition of my people. Leave me alone.
That is.
Ooh. Sorry, I got tea on me. Okay.
Karih, while you're sat there, looking at this image, you recall the dream you had while you were travelling back to Arda. Of
The very fuzzy one.
the fuzzy one of the white light encompassing you from the amulet and the voice that was calling to you that you couldn't quite hear.
The concussive dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels like your stomach is being turned in knots. Like there's something wrong. As you're looking at this image, like there's something you should remember.
Does Karik have a brother?
As I remember, I had 4.
Which one was it?
Well, they were all like me. I mean, I grew up with my family. And then I left home. I had 4 brothers and 6 sisters.
It doesn't have
Do
a
you know-
specific date as to when this person vanished. So, you don't know, it could have
What?
been you, could have been them, could have been someone else who looks very similar to you.
Your dad.
My father was a Santa.
There's a centaur on here.
Spider centaur, Selena.
My dad was a horse. Yeah, we're supposed to be a fresh start.
My dad with that horse, that horse, that spider.
Karik actually a horse.
Yeah. My parents were actually a mermaid and a centaur. I got the both human halves. Sadly,
Yeah.
my brother got the other two halves, so I pay him sometimes.
What about if it was on your mother's side?
I mean, he says in here of Essus, and he's gonna point out the picture, and it's like, there was no one in my family that looked like that, especially not my brothers.
I think I'm going to visit Dylan and talk about this at some point.
You tell him I said hello.
Oh, of course. I mean, you can join me if you want.
We all say hello.
You guys can all come with.
He's
Come
gonna
with.
make a sketch of each of the pictures here, of
Yeah,
the
you can take
the
notes.
champions, the champions and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he'll write down above each of them a little thing that's above each of them as well. And then once he's done that, he's gonna put the books back, put the pillow on the table, and just fucking slam his head down.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I think we should probably call it a night.
It's looking at like maybe like 2 in the morning now.
Oh,
Like, you've been here
okay,
for a
yeah.
while.
just because it's still like, why are you still up?
I don't know. Would you? Why are you still up?
Well, don't your bones need to grow?
Grow?
Your bones.
Yeah, I guess they have been growing.
And that's why you sleep. You need more sleep for your bones to grow.
And food? I don't think it only happens when I'm sleeping.
Does it not?
What time
No.
is it?
2 a.m.
We're meant to be up for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
God, this
Right,
is way
right,
too like
okay.
way too much like my real life.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
go. Let's go.
carry Karik.
Yeah.
Just sleep on table, it'll be okay.
Can I carry Karik?
Yes.
You can
Strength
try.
check, please.
You head back
He's
outside.
a very light man. He is very light.
Okay, then I'll
He's a
carry
light little
Karik
baby.
back.
He's at 95 pounds. He's light.
Yeah. You guys begin to head back out, and back to your accommodations. If the music is
Yes.
okay. Are you just going to sleep? Is that what you're doing?
I mean, at this point, it's probably for the best.
Dracera, are you talking to Dylan tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to bring everyone with me.
Who wants to go with Dracera to talk to Dylan?
Sleepyland.
Sleepy
Very cool, bro.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
does
can
this
go
mean we all
also.
stay in the same room?
No.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You just get dragged
I
from
mean-
your sleepy Epitus time to go to hang out in a field with a naked
Kareem
man.
just wanted to
Hang out in a
like-
field with a naked man.
Listen,
Papa Smurf.
Kareem just wanted someone to lie next to him so he could get a hug when he goes to bed because he's really not feeling that great right now.
We've got to hug the
Oh,
homies
cute.
goodnight, everyone.
Yeah. Question, should someone kind of be still here to check if anything's going on in the real world?
You Thumb offers.
Or to be lookout?
Yeah. Puts his
If
hand up.
something happened, just wake us up, please.
He comes
Thumb
over to
and
Kareem
Huey
and
do.
just shakes you violently. Just like this, effectively.
Okay.
Yes.
So can Thumb and Heliodor do that while we're in Thayland?
Yeah, Heliodor looks like he's busy scrawling notes. It's like,
Okay.
hey, I'll be up for a wee while yet. So,
Are you sure we're meant to get up at 8?
hey, I don't sleep very. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You sound a bit different, Heliodor.
It's fine.
Dean.
Heliodor, did your balls descend inside your head?
Oh, it's fine. There you go.
Oh, but it's not you.
Look, I'm not here to play someone else's character, okay?
When Heliodor, where did you find the helium?
So you are joining Dracera as you are heading off to sleep. So each of you, are you going back to your respective rooms? Or are
Unless
you all
Karik
staying
needs
together?
huggies.
Karik wants a hug, man. Karik
Yeah, I'll
really wants
hug
a
you.
right now.
Everyone come in and we just hug him in the middle.
It's a cuddle
They're
pile.
like, we got you 4 rooms.
And you're staying in one
Yeah.
with a single bed. Okay, no, it's a double. But
Yay!
You're
I
really
mean,
kind of-
yours are pretty small.
It's two really small people.
are you spooning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all spooning?
Estella's in the
Yes.
middle and holding both of them in each arm.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Karik's head's on one shoulder, Dracera's on the other.
Yeah.
This is what D&D is about, boys.
Cuddling with the boys.
Cuddling with
the
the homies!
Estelar has their platonic harem, just leave them to it.
It doesn't take long for each of you to kind of doze off. Dracera, as you're kind of falling asleep, you're holding onto your amulet. And each of you, one by one, kind of wakes up in a field. The tiredness that you had felt in reality has left you. You're wide awake, looking out on this vast expanse that just seems to keep going. There's no horizon, it's just this endless field. And sat in front of you is the large blue figure lounging in the grass of Dolan. And he smiles gently. It has been quite some time.
It has. How is everything going back home?
Quiet.
That's good to hear.
It is as it should be. Why do you seek me, child?
We've come to speak about the champions.
Kind of leans back on his elbows. What do you wish to know?
There are a few that have either disappeared or we don't know where they are. And we have our suspicions that the Willow Blade is Estella's mother.
He looks at Estella. You feel these orange eyes like on you. And kind of shrinks down a little bit to a more appropriate size than his usual towering self. He's still very tall, but not quite as imposing. And kind of stands up. And he's maybe looking at like 7.5 feet as he stands in front of you. And he takes a knee next to you and offers a hand out to you, Stella.
Oh, yeah, okay. And they're just gonna gently put their hand on his. It's kind of like what looking to Dracera like what's going on.
Go with it. It's great.
His skin is a little fuzzy.
Ew.
It's like, it's not as you would expect a palm to be. It's almost like really fresh, like early growing grass. Like the sensation of like running your hand through grass, but it's short. And the earth around all three of you and Dolan shifts, but you don't move. The world moves around you. And the atmosphere sort of changes to a deep jungle. And you see your mother, Gale. And it seems like this is a repeat of a memory of yours. And she is outside on your uncle's farm, seemingly in conversation with him as he sort of apparates out of the mist. You see the two of them talking, and distantly a very, very tiny version of you is running around in the grass and picking flowers and trying to make a daisy chain. And as you hold your hand on theirs, they kind of turn to you. She tried to escape the danger of a previous life for your sake, for her husband's sake.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? The music got really loud.
He said that she tried to escape the danger of a previous life for your sake and her husband's sake. She is an elf. She does live a long time. He kind of looks towards her, and Galle turns and looks at you, Estella. And you can see kind of her gaze, but she's looking through you as if you're not there. Dylan kind of tilts his head. She used to be a very formidable fighter. She abandoned this life, hoping for something more peaceful.
I knew that she was quite a fighter, but I know nothing about this.
The world shifts again around you, and you're thrown back into your dream, Estella, that you had of being cradled in Obris's hands, and the two of you see this gigantic sort of willow-bound woman with a deer-like face and these gigantic antlers, holding Estella in her palms and mouthing as if she's speaking to them. Dylan says, "She's already told you. This was your mother's duty, and now it is yours."
Okay, but I'm not as magnificent as my mother. I don't know why.
No one starts magnificent.
It's kind of hard to believe that she would put fate in me, even if I'm not starting well. Like I can mess up very easily.
Trust me. She didn't choose. Mortals don't choose. The mantle was shifted from her when she abandoned the role.
So why did they contact me now?
Because you are starting to bloom. You are at the beginning of your journey.
Still looks kind of confused to everyone else. Like, why? Why me? I'm ass.
No.
Disseras leans over and squeezes their arm. This isn't a choice we can make, but you've been chosen for a reason.
How can she still choose me if I'm still connected to Laz?
Gods are more powerful than Fae. Gods created Fae.
And she forgives me for that?
And that is not mine to say.
Okay.
If you were not fit for this mantle, child, you would have died before you'd even left home.
I suppose that's true.
You spent years alone.
I have. Yes.
That willpower is proof. Use it to your advantage. You are going to need it.
Okay. Not scary.
Dylan looks over to the other two of you. Kind of shifts a little, looking at Kari.
Cruz kind of shifts a little.
He
Like,
shifts
awkwardly.
away.
Now I wonder, would my brother Svarley be so upset if I were to tell you?
Just there. Gabby's face like, whoa.
What? Do it, Dylan. Do it.
He's just looking
Have
at
you
him
seen
like
ha-has?
that pit in the stomach is just returned yet again. It's
Yeah.
like,
To unravel the weaves of fate. Doesn't it sound exciting?
Yes. Question I would like to ask, as it's been very prominent in at least the back of my mind for some time now. How does my family dream?
Dylan's head tilts up, and he offers a hand to you. The same hand as he kind of loops out of Estella's and offers it towards you.
Careful, it's fuzzy.
His fuzzy
Yes,
palm.
I'm gonna say a hand reaches out for it before stopping.
And I would like to make sure I know that you understand which family I'm on about.
They squint. Then tell me.
Dati and the little ones.
Are you ready for the truth, Karik?
Estella's gonna hold on to Karik's shoulder and just say, whatever it is, we're here for you.
Sarah looks up to Dylan with sadness in her eyes.
You feel his gaze shift to you, briefly. And there is... You see the eyes can flit down to your arm, and then back up.
What was that? Insight check.
If you want.
Yes. No.
Okay. You notice the kind of flit of the eyes. You didn't know where he was looking,
Okay.
but there's something on Dracera's person, possibly, that Dylan's keeping an eye on.
Okay. That seems like something between them.
I don't think I'll ever be ready, but if I don't face something that might be the truth, then I don't know.
and he's going to take Dylan's hand.
You have done nothing but provide comfort for my sapling. I have no reason to lie to you. The world around you shifts and goes pitch black. You see nothing. He looks at you. They don't.
He just takes a bit of a deep breath. Head kind of lowering a bit.
Creek, I need you to make me a con save.
So you get plus 3.
In fact, does it normally just add it on automatically, being in range?
No, it's bugged
No.
out at the moment.
Right,
so.
okay. I've just because I just put
Yeah, add the
situational
plus
plus
3, yeah.
Oh.
Right. Oh, God. Just a second, I need to
So 10.
roll something.
No, it's got the plus 3 already on there.
It's got it on it, so it's
Oh. Oh, it does. Damn.
you rolled a 2.
Kari,
Oh, God.
as you're holding Dylan's hand, you can feel a heat beginning to pick up in the center of your chest. And it's getting brighter and hotter at a rapid pace, until it feels like you're burning. And it spreads quickly from the center of your chest down your arms to the tips of your fingers, right to the top of your head, almost as if you have just gone up in flames. You take 27 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Is that not doubled?
That's not doubled.
Oh my God.
So 54.
54 points of fire damage
54.
total.
Ah.
As you feel this burning sensation, the other two of you look over at Karik and you just see white light from the center of his chest. And it is like crawling through his capillaries. Every vein under his skin is glowing as if it has been set alight.
Dylan, what's happening to him?
Dylan lets go. The darkness vanishes. But the heat continues.
Ah. Stop.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh.
He only looks a tad bit bloody. He
Hang
only
on,
just,
hang on,
he only
hang
just,
on,
he
hang
only
on.
just looks bloody.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fuck. I'm gonna reach over and try and pull what's ever burning him off of him.
Are you sure?
Should
about
I do that?
No! I don't want him to die! I don't care!
Can Creek cast a spell quickly?
You're
Maybe.
muted.
What spell are you thinking?
At the minute, it's just cure wounds. There's a little.
You're gonna try and slap yourself with the cure wounds?
Yeah.
As you raise your hand to, like, press it against yourself to try and ease this heat, nothing happens.
Oh no.
You seem like, it feels like you've been severed from everything. This voice begins to creep into your head. This myriad of voices. It is a chorus of people all speaking at the same time. You say, you belong to me.
That's it. He's gonna. He kind of just drops, just down to his knees. to kind of all four hands just bracing round his head now.
Oh god, I'm thinking about doing something really dumb.
Dylan is just watching.
Dylan, you need to do something.
This is out of my power.
Oh god.
Dracera's gonna.
Who do I belong to?
Are you asking the key
Yeah.
who you belong to? The only voice you get in response is me.
And who are you?
You know who I am.
I'm gonna cast Remove Cursed.
Oh. Okay. We're gonna take a break.
No.
Fuck. Okay, we're gonna go on break briefly. We'll be back very, very shortly. We'll see you in like 10, 15 minutes. Back soon. Okay. Welcome back.
Alright. POA. Fuck it.
In this moment, if you'd like to do anything else prior to the remove curse, I will allow it. You have one action. What would
One?
you like to do? So Estella and Dracera, you both have an action that you can take, but there is not enough time if you're immediately casting another, like if you're casting remove curse afterwards.
Okay.
You've already stated
Was-
you're going to cast a spell, so
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do lay on hands for the rest, all of his hit points.
you're going to pump him full of 60 hit points.
Yep.
Well, 54 hit points.
54, so I have 6 left. Right.
Pumped him
Hear
back
me
up to
out.
full.
Right. And
I can give you bardic inspiration. It doesn't seem like it takes even a minute to cast.
No,
No,
it's
no, it's an
that's
instant
it.
thing.
You can do that.
Yeah.
It lasts
10 minutes. It lasts 10
10
minutes.
minutes to use it.
Yeah.
You've got 10 minutes to use it.
So I see you about to do something, and I'm like, be inspired.
Estella, how do you inspire Kurik in this moment?
little tap dots in routine.
You don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It can just be like encouragement. It can just be you saying that you're there to help them. You know, if
Yeah.
that's something that you think Estella would do.
Can they grab hold of him?
You can, if you'd like.
But it
Oh,
does,
it's so
does that?
suspicious. That's suspicious. That's weird.
That's not suspicious. It wouldn't be encouraging.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Does-
He's suspicious. They're sort of like new notes that he's just written down.
Does that touch affect them in any way?
As you touch them, I need you to make me a con save.
Oh god.
Plus
Oh, God.
3? That worked really well last time. Oh, please. I've got nothing.
Saving.
I've got nothing left.
So this is the session I decided not to drink in.
16.
A si-
No, no.
So a 16. Okay, so you take half damage. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Okay, so you take
No, please.
18 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So it was 36 halved. Roll better than it did for Krieg.
Okay, so what happens is that they hold on to him,
He's
and it starts.
burning to the touch.
Yeah, it starts to burn, but they continue to try and hold on and say, "Karik, we're here for you," like telepathically, like because they're just trying to get back to him, trying to fight against the voices.
You hear this kind of distant echo of
Yeah.
Estella's voice amongst the myriad of shit that is now pouring into your brain. Are you casting Remove Curse?
Indeed, I am.
You place your hand sort of over his chest. There is this sound wave, this sonic boom that sort of erupts from the center of Kurik's chest. Even Dalun is pushed back a slight by it. You feel your hair whipping back from this sensation. Kurik, everything goes dark. You're met with hundreds, thousands of visions all at the same time. It's a myriad of knowledge and colours. A ranger who left to brave the wilds in search of a mate, in search of somewhere to settle. But instead you found a temple hidden in the jungle. An overgrown sigil of the wolven god of the hunt, Azoa. You remember very clearly seeing this statue almost move and speak with you, asking you about the cycle of nature and the natural order, and you told it what you've always believed. It's kill or be killed. And something in the statue stirred. Something drew your arms up in front of you, and you drew an arrow out of thin air. So bright it could be mistaken for sunlight. Upon a bow that apparates between your fingers, you know this bow like it is an extension of yourself. Sky Splitter. It's yours. It's your bow. You remember felling wyverns, monstrosities, abominations, saved countless people, though they never saw it. You were a diligent soldier of Azoa, his eyes upon the world. Then you found your burrow, your home, and the key, and everything changed. Suddenly you have all these memories of Dati. These memories of meeting her and settling down. These memories of your children. Of the world becoming this sheltered little bubble that you protected, that had your family inside. And the memories of Azoa fading, as if they were never there. As if something wanted you to forget them. Something that you had been looking for so long. You just wanted a family. You just wanted to be happy. And it gave you that. But at what cost? Everything had changed. And you weren't even aware of it. And now suddenly you know. Suddenly you have all of these memories back of a life before the key. Not before your family. Before the key. And some bits are the same. Your family back home, your brothers, your mother, your father. You leaving when you were young. About the right age for someone of your ilk. Going out searching the world. Specifically Sher, to find somewhere to settle. But so much of it is... It's like remembering something that had been so dear to you that someone had taken forcefully. And now you're sat on your knees. You can feel Estella's hand on you, and all those voices suddenly go real quiet. And it's just you. What do you do?
Estella kneels down to him, still shaking him slightly, asking for a response.
So you're kind of looking him over. You can see this kind of white crack that has spread across the center of his chest. And his eyes, all 6 of them, are wide, staring at the floor. And just like a film over them of gold. He is unresponsive.
They look over to Dracera quickly, like he's not responding.
Karik, can you hear us?
Oh my god, Aaron.
In the vast blackness, distant, you can hear Dracera calling out to you. And that sudden empty coldness that had come with realizing how much had been taken, part of it begins to kind of knit itself back together. Excuse me. The cat. Part of it begins to knit back because there is that feeling of family. It's like you lost so much at the hands of something you had no control over. And then gained this.
Karik. Please. Please wake up.
His head comes up a slight, not looking completely up from the ground, but looking up a bit. Ford kind of holds his hands out in front of them, looking over them, a bit like feeling like it's the first time looking at his hands again.
Those are the hands of the Spirebolt. The hands
It
that
just-
wielded Izoa's bow that could split the sky.
And then you just see his hands start. They don't clench into a fist, but you know when you're like gripping the air. Before he just screams.
This realm of dreams is empty, and so it just echoes. And it is raw and horrible. It is a harrowing scream.
It's like the scream just holds a mixture of pain mixed with just pure rage. Before he even looks at anyone else, he rips the necklace from off round his neck, not even taking it off, just ripping the chain. Glaring at it before just launching it at the floor in front of him.
It bounces a few feet and skids in the dirt. That white light that you kept seeing upon it, gone.
I belong to no one. I am myself. And he's just glaring at this amulet that's just a few feet away from him.
In reaction to this, I think Estella's just gonna look down at him and just pull him in, like, into a tight hug.
The heat has passed. Your hands are burnt, but he's no longer burning up.
But he is just... You know what the feeling of his carapace is like. You know kind of the density to it. But you can feel just every muscle in his body right now is just clenched. He is just stiff with anguish. You can see that it's as if some of it's... The rage passes, but it comes back and it flits back and forth between this.
They try to calm him by, like, at least rubbing his back or shoulders.
Drosera, you distantly hear Dylan say, Svali's going to be angry with me.
Most likely. She approaches the necklace hesitantly and looks over it on the ground. How do we keep this safe?
Who are you asking?
Dylan.
Simply do not wear it. Hide it. There are far too many prying eyes that will do anything to get their hands on something of that power. Trust me, of all people to wear it. And kind of glances at Curry. He was the safest possible option.
No one's going to wear it again.
Let's hope so.
She hesitantly picks it up by the chain. And she's gonna take out the tinderbox place it in there. And then into the bag of holding.
I think Karek is finally going to move his head again, and he's going to look at Drusetta, like, face on. Not how he originally looked at folk, like, out the corner of the eye, not like how he's learned to look at people. You'd kept me prisoner for all those years. If anyone should hold it in some cage, it should be me.
She nods and takes it back out, still in the box.
He'll take it and he'll just... He binds it in webbing. A bit like he has done a few things he's found beforehand. And you just see how tightly he is pulling these threads to keep that box shut.
Although it's not physically in your hand, it's the first time you've held it and felt and heard nothing.
If anything, you are mine. I belong to no one. And he's saying this to the amulet in the box before just stuffing it to the bottom of his bag.
You can hear Dylan's footsteps behind you. His feet sort of gently smushing into the grass. Best word I can come up with, smushing. I'm sorry it had to be me.
If his face could twitch, it would be. But instead, you just see like one palp kind of twitching instead, every so often. A bit like you'd see with someone's nose twitching, sort of thing.
Do you remember, Karek, when we spoke in the Whisper Fields?
He nods.
Do you remember that I told you that there was a truth I could not tell you?
He nods again.
It was this.
I hold no resentment to you for it. You did what you must.
I am sure I am to bear the brunt of such transgressions against my brother. But for you, as someone worthy of trust, of peace, I will do so gladly.
Thank you.
This is one of the few times you've seen Dylan in reverence. He kind of bows his head to Karek. I told you I would not lie.
Again, it is only myself to blame for asking. But as I said, I knew I could never be ready for the truth. But
You were as ready
If
as
I-
you ever could have been.
if I could not face it, then then what? And he's going to slowly start to get to his feet.
In the same respect as it feels like you have just had the whole world put on your shoulders, you feel lighter. Less burdened. As if so much has just now been made clear that you are not carrying as much weight that you didn't know you were carrying.
He's just going to stand there at the minute silently, just letting the memories flood through one by one to try and make some sense of it all. Going through it, each one like stuttering sort of thing. Replaying small bits so he knows he's hearing them clearly.
It's a strange sensation thinking back about how you met Darty and the memories you have with your kids and your family, because it's real. It never prevented them from being real, and whilst you bore that item, they were as real as they ever could have been. It doesn't diminish the fact that you had them in your life and that they were possibly these fabrications that were made to appease you. That they were a perfect family because you wanted perfect. They were the way that you wanted them to be, but they were still your family. It's the weight that so much had been taken in order to give you that.
He's gonna reach round his back to the pouch that hangs off his side that normally he's got all of the papers, the letters, the pictures, the little trinkets of his kids. And he just holds his hands against them, knowing that when he gets back, if they are still there, which he doubts now, he doesn't know how that's going to go forth. But he feels like he's got nothing to go back to now. Just a pile of shiny things that he brought back for them that aren't meant for anyone now.
The last thing this key took from you was what it gave you. Even removing it, it continued to take.
He is thankful for what he had from it. If that makes sense. But at the same time, there's also the thought of, as real as it wasn't. That it was... His mind changes a little bit. And he thinks to the general. And he thinks of how he is doing exactly the same as himself and everyone else is what the amulet has done to him. He's made everything perfect. Exactly the way he wants it. And he realizes that as much as he loved it, being able to have that same sort of thing, that it was at the same time kind of wrong. And I think he's just going to look to Dylan and say, "Thank you. But I think it is time for me to leave."
You are not alone, Spybolt. You never will be. You must remember that.
I wanted nothing more than family. Those two love and hold close. And he looks to the other two that are in the realm with them. I have found that. I have made it for myself. I did not need something like this to do it for me.
Dracera, in this moment, you feel almost like there's a sudden weight off of your chest as a spell dispels from you. You are no longer held to the oath you made with Heliodor.
Thank you, Dylan.
He doesn't seem particularly thrilled about having announced this. If anything, actually, roll me an insight check at advantage because you know Dylan.
No,
at
this
this point. Do you mind being up?
Yeah, I need that because I got -1.
Should I roll advantage just because? No, never mind.
Yes.
You're reading his body language, and it is more human than you've ever seen Dylan. It's a little jarring. His ears have laid flat against the sides of his head. His head is slightly bowed, and he is standing quite stiffly. He's afraid. Doesn't seem like he's afraid of any of you.
No, it's Farley.
You know he's already neck deep in his Kunakol, where he is slowly succumbing to the astral plane. Who knows if this was his tipping point?
She looks down to her arms briefly. How much has it progressed?
It's far past the elbow now.
Okay.
Can I inside check?
Yeah, if you want.
I want to do it again. Why do people keep looking down at Dracera?
Because Dracera hasn't announced that this is happening to her, has she?
Oh, yeah. No.
No, this is all fresh.
God, make me feel!
Estella, you swear that Dracera's arms weren't that colour before?
Is it both of her arms or just one?
It's both.
Oh,
It's almost like the orange melds into purple, and then blue, and then is cut off by her gloves.
I think Dracera would like if they took to their surroundings. Estella's looking straight at their arms and looking right at them like, what? Huh? Like confused. They're like, what? Blue.
Why are you blue? Jesse. Sarah doesn't say anything. No. They just... She has nothing really left to say. I think at that point, there's just nothing.
All three of you snap awake. You're laying in the bed in the quarters. You see Thumb and Heliodor sat in the corner. Thumb immediately perks up as he sees all three of you wake up, and kind of puddles over to the side of the bed. Starts patting the side of the bed as if he's trying to climb up but can't. He's looking up at you. Signs good sleep. No.
Thanks for asking. No answer to that,
shit,
just thanks for asking. Is Heliodor around now?
Yep, Heliodor's in the room.
Hi, Heliodor.
Hi. So sorry.
It's okay, you were in the library and...
Oh, doing research? Cool.
You were reading and writing
Nice.
notes.
Grand.
Keeping an
You
eye
were
out while
face
these three
down
went
into your book.
to Dreamland to go and talk to...
And just rip the man from the extremely powerful illusion.
Yeah, I gathered that, that maybe... Yeah, so Heliodor's awake in the corner of the room, right? Or asleep.
Yeah, you've
right.
just been... Yeah, you've just been writing. You were keeping an eye on them whilst they were going to speak with Dylan, just in case something happened, like somebody walked in or something like that, you know.
Or a letter got left on a chair that
Yeah.
they don't know where it came from. Cool. Yeah, in which case I feel like Heliodor's been making notes, and they all, like, sit bolt upright? Or just, like, wake
they
up?
just all suddenly, like, wake up quite suddenly. It is quite sudden.
You also see, like,
Ooh.
Estella in the middle and holding both Sarah and Karik on each arm.
Don't talk to me
cuddle
about sons
pile.
ever again.
Oh.
Okay, leave him alone.
So I gather your meeting's over. How'd it go?
Just Sarah looks over to Karik.
Estella also looks over to Karik.
Oh, wait. Did I feel the spell end as well?
You did.
So you
Fine.
also look to Karik.
Yeah.
Who's gonna look at Heliodor? What time is it?
It's like
Yeah.
4 in the morning.
4 a.m.
I will see you all in the morning. And
Okay.
he's gonna slowly get up and leave to go back to his own room.
I think Heliodor will, sit quietly and watch Believe head to. I think probably turn to Dracera as the door like closes and go, How did you tell him?
Dylan showed him that his family dream nothing,
Oh,
and the necklace started burning him.
but
Like,
something.
worse than we've ever seen before.
Burned me. Shows her hands.
Your hands are burnt.
Oh.
And
Oh, they are burnt! Whoa!
Whoa! Ow!
and he is no longer held to the amulet.
Is the amulet still on him?
He has it.
Okay. How do we want to move forwards with this?
Well, he's also always been the champion to Azoa.
Oh. Always? Okay. Right. Okay. And I think Heliodor is gonna like stand up and pace. Do we know if anything has happened to the illusions in Alda?
No,
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I think they're gone.
Okay. Has anybody got any communication chalks left?
I do.
I think this might be an appropriate use. Just get some bearings and
Maybe it's
And-
chorus.
aye. And I think we are we're gonna go tomorrow, do some peace picking and support our
We've got to see the
friend.
general tomorrow.
Fuck me.
This is awful. It's fine.
The
Don't you
perfect
say
time
that with
for it all
such
to
glee,
happen.
Toby. How dare you?
Hey, I was not expecting this shit to happen, so hey ho.
Oh,
Sheesh.
okay. We deal with the general and then... I mean, fuck. Right, okay. Well, for now, it's 4 AM.
Yep.
You should get some actual sleep.
Yeah.
So should I, actually.
Yeah.
It was a long day of reading.
I'm gonna go to sleep and just take it one by one. One thing at a time.
Sounds
Heliodor,
good.
make me a perception check.
Oh,
Why? Why do you hate us?
We're sleeping, hands hurt.
I'm so bad at
Hands are
these,
cold.
though. I'm so bad at perception.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Mood.
No!
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
never mind.
Okay, cool.
Dracera's arms are blue.
Yeah, Estella was
that
looking down
before,
at their
haven't I?
hands, and they're like looking down at Dracera and going, "Okay, that's real too." Okay.
Have I seen that before?
Nope.
No. Why? Sarah, when did that happen? And Heliodor will point at your arms.
Are you just really bruised? Why
Why are you like this?
are you blue?
What,
Did you
Jesse?
have
Why are you
blueberry
blue?
juice? Like,
Gotta make the
Tyler
method,
been
Jesse.
drinking Kool-Aid.
Did you have did you have a screwdriver while you were in there and you just like absorbed some blue curacao? What's going on?
Heliodor, can
Not-
can I? Yeah,
not
can I
right
talk
now?
about it tomorrow? Yes, please.
Aha!
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will talk about it. I just.
No spoons.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
anybody want some tea before they go to sleep?
Is there any ones that could knock me out and remove?
I
Blue.
Remove.
It comes out of her arm like one of those pops, mate.
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die.
I can see what I can do about getting nice chamomile, or I could ask one of the chorus to get a sleeping draft, or
Just yeah. I'll just be in my room. If you could,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, she's gonna get up and just slowly walk out of the room, wordlessly. Right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Ow.
Stella, would you like something for your hands?
They hurt.
They look like they hurt. Did you dip yourself in fire?
I held on to Karik.
Uh,
I can't
so you did dip
translate
yourself
with
in
my
fire.
hands. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Pretty sure Heliodor has some form
You
of
have
healing
like
spell.
balms and stuff if you want to try a healing, like a cure wounds or something you've got.
I think the only thing I have is Aura of Vitality, but I don't think that actually
That's not gonna
heals
help.
anyone.
I
No, it
can-
does. No, it does. They regain 2d6 hit points.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it is.
So Heliodor just kind of like throws his hands out, and this aura of energy just comes out from here. Oh, why? Okay, sure. Boom.
Whoa.
It said I had to do it.
Doesn't have a sound effect with it, so it wakes everyone up.
Caffeine, yes.
Critical hit. Why do you want me to do a critical? No, it's normal.
Just roll it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
10 HP.
thank you.
That's okay.
Um,
I can do that every 6 seconds. So I
No.
can just, if you just sit here and wait, I can just keep giving it to you.
I'll just go to sleep.
Okay.
There's just this man in the corner, like, radiating 6 seconds. Wait.
a really, a really big nightlight.
I'll just go to sleep. I can't carry Thumb. Just follow me, please.
Thumb waddles after you and signs goodnight to Heliodor. And then signs to Heliodor, I'm gonna fix them.
Their hands or
He
their
kind of
mental
makes
state?
like jazz hands and then pulls a
Okay.
bandage out of his pocket, like one of the pockets on his
Oh,
belt.
very good. Oh, very good.
He's got like a
Yes.
+5 in medicine, so he's
Yeah.
gonna try.
Very nice. Very nice.
He's
Would
just
you-
an all-rounder, you know.
Hold on.
Ignore the minuses.
Yeah.
Heliodor just like reaches into a little pouch and pulls out like a chamomile tea bag and goes, just in case they want some nice tea later, and hands off the tea bag.
He kind of like hangs it off of one of the berries on his head.
Yes. That's exactly that function. Yep.
Berries and tea.
Shut up!
Yes. Yes. It is tea.
Fuck's sake. Okay, so you see
Don't
Stella
like it.
head back to bed.
I'm alone in my
You
room.
all have an option here as to whether or not you would like to take a long rest and sleep the full 8 hours.
Oh.
If we do that, we lose our thing because it was meant to be 8 o'clock in the morning. We were meant to be going to see him, wasn't it?
So we got
You can
4
take a
hours.
short rest,
Fucking
and
hell, man.
use your hit dice if you'd like to do that. But you will take a point of exhaustion.
Is there any
Oh.
way to negate a point of exhaustion?
Greater restoration?
There's lesser.
Isn't
Lesser.
Oh, well, two of us have lessers.
I can do that.
Yeah,
maybe
fuck
just-
you.
just,
God.
Lesser restoration.
We will be awake for this.
Yeah, short rest,
Me.
lesser restoration,
So,
smack that boy on.
If you would
Fuck
like
up.
to use
Okay.
your hit dice, you are welcome to do that. But you are short resting.
Short resting.
I'm already back off food, bitches. Thank you for that pump of feeling just
That's
I
right.
was so worried there was going to be another damaging thing that came from that, like a psychic damage.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was
That-
worried
that-
about. I was
that
like, it's
just-
not
yeah.
stopping.
oh,
It's just getting worse, huh?
Sarah, I can only do one for today because I've already used one of my
I've
second
got one
levels.
as well.
Okay, so
I think it's Karik. Do you have? Do you have lesser restoration?
I can
No.
use it.
You can.
healing.
Yeah,
can use it as well.
Estella also has lesser restoration.
Yeah,
How many
Cool.
times can you do it?
I can do it.
'Cause I can do it
twice.
once. I can do it once today. So we
Looks,
can get,
looks confused in lesser restoration.
so we can get 3 people so far.
I mean, I think I can do it with Karik as well.
Estella has all 3 of their
Oh,
second
okay.
level still.
Oh,
Yeah.
glorious.
Oh,
Okay,
you can do
cool.
it 5 times. That's perfect.
Nice. So we'll just each spend a spell slot, and then
Okay.
cool, grand.
Wait, what's a restoration?
Oh, where's the
And there's a restoration.
There we go.
So the morning comes around quickly, and each of you are woken to a knock at your door.
Nah.
It is Chorus, who is there to warn you you have half an hour until your meeting with the general.
Piss on it. Okay. Heliodor basically orders room service.
What
I
you-
need porridge, honey, hot water, and cups for tea.
Yes, I can empty the dishwasher. Every night. Thanks, Dad.
Live on cam.
Comes in to tell me to do the dishwasher.
Wonderful.
Nice. And Heliodor will order like breakfast for, we'll order breakfast
go.
and be like to go, and just be like I need tea. So tea is also tea. Ignore the hot water and cups. Just give me tea.
Chorus gets everything that you request.
Yep.
And you're able to get your bits and bobs ready and together for your meeting. What are the rest of you doing? Just sort of hurrying, getting yourself back, like
Yeah.
into a good state, ish.
Yeah.
Stella is going to Karik's room to cast a spell. So they're gonna check up on him. They're gonna knock on his door.
Estella, your hands have been very, very expertly bandaged in the night.
Oh. Thanks, Bum.
Thumb gives you a thumbs up.
There's a tea bag tied to his berries.
Yeah, there's just a tea bag dangling from the side of his head.
Like that scene from fucking what's that movie? The Rowan Atkinson where he has the fucking rocks tied to his balls. It's just
Oh, Christ.
Not those berries.
No, those berries. Not his little dingleberries.
Yeah, Estella knocks on Karik's door.
His thalls.
Knock, knock, knock,
Come in.
Stella comes in. Are you feeling okay?
Better than could be.
That's good. I just came in here because I think everyone's gonna be exhausted, and I thought I might just help you out here.
Oh, thank you. He's kinda... He seems a bit more stony-faced than even he normally is. And he's just getting dressed.
Okay. We'll wait for you. And it's been quite a rough night. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for.
Okay, hearing him not stutter is making me anxious. Okay. We'll wait outside. Thumb has tea if you want any.
Thumb tosses the chamomile in your direction as if this is gonna help, because he doesn't understand the situation. He just fucking baseball lobs it at you, and it just
Like
kind of
hanging him.
pats against your shoulder and then hits on the floor. And he gives you a thumbs up.
Okay. He's
you.
just yeah.
Thank you.
Greek also does not know what to do with the tea bag.
He doesn't
Eat it.
know.
Like
He's not getting himself anything to eat or drink. He's not
He's not got an appetite now, right now. Understandably so.
okay. Estelle's gonna go out and give him some space because they know to do that. And just get ready, I guess.
You guys all convene in the courtyard outside. dressed and ready. And there is a chorus waiting for you.
Hello.
Faded into existence.
Yes.
Oh, are you
bows.
39?
No, my lord.
Ah. May I ask your number, please?
25.
25, thank you.
And he gestures for you to follow him.
Follow away. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Where am I? Oh, I can't find myself. I found myself. No, I'm not selected.
Sucks to suck.
Keep up.
It's just this little orange thing sprinting across the As if you could outrun me. As if you could fight me off.
Oh my god, is Drosera becoming the
just
screaming
did.
blue thing?
Oh my no. Oh, the lecture hall.
Ba-da-dee-da-da-da-do.
We're talking in the lecture hall.
He turns to you. He's, at present, yes. This
Right.
is where the general has requested you hold your meeting.
Okay. I
Um,
assume there's not a lecture in session.
No, my lord. It is
Right, cool.
quite alright. And he pushes
sure
open
how-
these heavy double doors. And you are met with a beautiful, large room. It's empty. No one is currently sat at any of the rows of desks that align
Daddy.
this
No.
this hall. I swear to God.
Oh, like, oh, wait.
Oh, Matt's
Is
not
Mare
here.
out?
No,
Yeah, I was like,
You see sat behind a desk, at the end of the hall, an older man, the full face, beard and moustache, very well groomed, long white hair, wearing pristine green kind of garb, writing something with a white quill on a piece of paper, and he looks up. And sort of gestures to one of the two figures stood either side of the desk, with the quills, wordlessly, just gestures in your direction. One of them steps forward. It's the chorus, and smiles and says, "You can come in."
Lovely, thank you. Heliodor will, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit, sorry.
What?
Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
Yeah. Terrible at this, but
I can't see.
I'm legally blind. Oh.
Oh, okay. Slay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. Sorry, it was on 20 again.
It kind of slayed. It kind of
Yeah.
slayed.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
You step forward, and as you get closer, I'd say everyone apart from Estella. Estella, you're focused on sort of the grandeur of this room. It's beautiful, and there's like the light streaming in from the windows. It's very pretty. Sort of taking
I'm
in like
admiring.
the moons on the floor,
Yeah.
like on the carpet, and you're like,
It's like that carpet has moons on it.
I like the carpet.
Thumb is also pointing at them and being like, "Look, there's a moon," and you're like, "Yeah." The three of you, however, notice that there is a chorus on the opposite side of the desk, who doesn't quite look like the rest of the choruses you've seen on the ring. Dressed in the same garb, however, he is quite grey in skin tone, and one side of his face is clawed to shreds. It's scar tissue. One eye sort of reddened as if it has been made redundant with this injury. And unlike the other chorus opposite him, he has this hard, stony expression as he is looking over all of you. Silent, hands behind his back. And there's a few moments of silence before the general looks up. I will speak as I do to all my guests. Welcome to Molive, my home, the Citadel. Master appropriators of Ardor, as I am told.
Aye.
I am General Sylvanus Wolfbane. To what business do you seek me? And with that, we're going to end the session.
You bitch. Bitch. God damn his voice though, like it got me finna acting. Oh,
God, Gabby.
for real. I'm
Hey.
here to make you feel uncomfortable, babes.
Glorious.
You're very good
kind
at
of-
I yeah. When you said when you started saying there's a person behind the desk, I noticed like that chorus doesn't look right. What's going on?
Yeah.
And zoomed in, hovered over him. His name.
What?
Oh.
Where?
Omicron Persei 8.
But we will see you all again, hopefully next week if I've got the fucking spoons. We will try and run at the same time as we always do on Wednesday, 7:30. So we'll see you all next week. What a session,
Oh my
trademark.
god! I come to D&D to relax. It's like the most amount of bullshit I've ever had in my life.
Banter. See you all next week. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye.